Channel 15, where we will cover all things 1500. I will be your host for today, Joaquin Campana. We will have our third and final guest joining us, the man behind it all, Friar Lawrence. Hello. Shall we begin?
Yes, we may.
Very well. For my first question, I'm sure we were all wondering, why did you think it was a good idea to marry the couple? And didn't you foreshadow that it would lead to their inevitable death?
Yes, I did foreshadow that, and I knew something bad would happen, but, at the time, I was just thinking to end the family feud, no Steve Harvey. And I just wanted it to die out and go away. And I thought having a marriage connecting the two families, making them family by law, I just thought it would cause the problems to go away. All I wanted was to fulfill their wishes and bring peace to their life.
Good answer. My next question is, what was your thoughts process like when you found out Julius, quote unquote, died?
Well, at that time, there were so many people in the room. There was the nurse, there was Capulet, and there was Lady Capulet, and so many people were in there, and so many things were going on, and I just thought it was this crazy moment where I knew what was going on, but nobody else knew what's going on, and it was just this crazy time where I had to either continue with the plan and go on with it and be naive, like I didn't know what was going on.
Okay, that's a good answer. Did you ever think, like, hesitate about whoever you said they would think you were the one that probably planned this? Because you're basically the man that plans everything?
No, I didn't really think that they would have suspected me out of everyone, as I was the head of the church, and I didn't really think much of it, you know. I had no idea what it would have led to, and I didn't really mean for things to be taken out of proportion. So I just really didn't stress over it, and I just had to keep my cool and all that.
Okay, I just want to relate it back to religion. Did you ever think, because it says in the Bible, lying is a sin, and since you're a priest, do you ever think it would have a bad outcome for you?
Well, that's actually a very good question, and I really didn't think much of sinning, as I thought this would have led to the greater good of Juliet Capulet,
Mhm.
and it would unite the two families, and ending a very long feud was much more on my mind and set to the front of it than creating a small little sin like that. You understand?
Yeah, I understand. Okay, now that we milked all that out, I want to ask my third and final question. What made you think faking Juliet's death was a good idea?
Interesting. Really, it was just this point where I wanted the best for Juliet. And if she did not want to marry Paris, I did not want her to feel hurt. Her father was forcing her. Her mother had no say in it. She had no say in it. Everyone was just putting pressure on her shoulders. And if she was happy married with Romeo, and if their forbidden love was the love that she wanted, I just wanted the best for them,
Yeah.
And I just really wanted the best for her. That's why I decided to lie. And the only idea I came up with was to take that plant and to fake a death and avoid Paris and all.
Alright, I just want to branch off that question into like a little smaller question. Do you know the letter that you sent Friar John to send to Romeo? You
Yes.
think it would ever be like stopped and wouldn't get to him in time?
I had no idea, and I did not ever expect once for it to be stopped. And yeah, it was just fate at that point that Romeo and Juliet were not meant to be together.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all. That's all for today. That's all for today's podcast. Thank you everyone that popped into the podcast. Thank you to the Friar. And we'll see you on our very soon, very next episode of the 1500 podcast. Goodbye.